In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how I built a LinkedIn qualification system for interviews. This is going to be built on Relevance AI, and then our front end is going to be Voiceflow. So this is going to be a chatbot on a website for a company where they have a apply section. You can apply for a position. You'll be asked to put in your LinkedIn URL. It'll scrape the entire URL, have AI qualify to see if you're a good fit for the company based on the criteria that we pick in this video, and have all that be done in seconds. If you're new here, my name's Elliot. I run Flow AI, which is my own AI automation agency, where my team and I, we specialize in helping businesses leverage AI tools, and we build AI solutions just like the one in this video, just for them. So if that sounds interesting, just go check out my description. I'll have everything in there about my agency. And with that being said, let's just get into it. So I'm going to start by showing off the demo here of just this in action. And we're going to start a conversation. Here we have, hello, I'm an AI assistant for San Diego Financials. How can I help you today? We're going to click on apply now. Thank you for your interest in applying. Which position are you looking for? Which position are you looking to apply for? We want to do finance. And then here we have, I have a LinkedIn. I do not have a LinkedIn. We're going to click I have a LinkedIn. And then we're going to paste our LinkedIn URL. And then right now the tool from Relevance, it's making the API call to Relevance AI. Thank you, give me a moment. Good news, you are eligible for an interview. Please book your appointment below. We look forward to speaking with you. So here we can book our interview, or we can click on view analysis. So we'll see what the AI actually did. And then here we see all of the qualifications that have been met. So we are qualified. We have our degree in finance, which aligns with the requirement of having a degree in finance or business. We are located in California. My experience, you have demonstrated experience using Excel as advanced by your, et cetera, et cetera. So it just gives us an analysis on everything on why we are qualified. And then we can just click on book our interview. And I just used my agency as the link here, but this could be any other link. So this is what the board looks like. We just start a conversation in Voiceflow. We click on the apply section, we enter the URL, it makes the API call to Relevance AI, it runs the tool, and then it sends it back to Voiceflow. And then here we have a condition that's going to be either yes, we are qualified, we get the link, or we are not qualified and we get a message saying we're going to keep your contact info for the future. So I'm just going to jump into the Relevance AI build right now. Now this is what the build looks like right now. We have, here we can see we have three actual inputs and then an output. The first one is just going to be a user input. This is going to be the URL of the LinkedIn profile. So we just save that as a linked profile. That's the name of the variable. I named it. And then this is going to be sending over to a get LinkedIn profile company and post step. Same thing. URL is going to be that variable. We want to do get user profile. This is going to go into an LLM step. We scroll down. This is the prompt I gave it, right? We want the degree to be in finance or business. The user must be located in California, and they must have any experience with Excel or any data analysis software. And then here I just gave it the variables for it to look at, gave it some extra important notes here. And then now if we just run the tool here, actually, I believe I have to put in a URL first. Yes, so I'm gonna put in my URL again, run the tool. And right here, this was the analysis that we saw from earlier. It's going to be the same thing essentially here. So now the tricky part is we want to get this into Voiceflow through API. So I'm going to show you how to do that right now. We're going to want to make sure you click on use up here, API, and this is all the info we're going to want to send over to Voiceflow. So we're just going to leave that where that is right now and go directly to Voiceflow. So this is what the build looks like. I'm just going to go through every node here step by step. So this was the intro message, hello, right? This is just a text block. Then we have 3 buttons. I haven't configured the other 3 or the other 2. I just did the apply now. The apply now is going to go to another message. Okay, are you looking for finance, accounting, human resources? Okay, I have LinkedIn, I do not have a LinkedIn. So if they do have a LinkedIn, right, they're just going to paste in the URL. This is going to be a capture step that we're going to drag down here, and we're going to save it as last utterance. Last utterance is then going to be set to URL, the URL variable. Now, the reason why I did this is because when I was actually configuring what you're about to see in like 3 seconds, why I did this, it's because I was having trouble with the API. For some reason, it was not taking last utterance. So I had to do a set step here and save it to a URL. Once that is saved to the URL variable, this is the post API block. So I selected post, and then this endpoint. And all of this extra data is from the Relevance AI. So let's go do this right now. So here's our endpoint that we're just going to copy and paste. I'll just redo this so you guys can see for the video. Going to paste this in, select post, content type application/JSON, that is taken from right here. We can see content type and then application/JSON. So that's going to be our header. Our second header is going to be API_key. And then this key, we don't have it yet. So we're going to go into Relevance AI. We're going to want to click on generate API key, copy it. And then once we copy it, we're going to actually click deploy. And now we no longer have access to that API key. So make sure to save that and store it somewhere, paste it in. And then for our parameters, we are going to copy this entire block here. And then these two little quotes, that is going to be where we want to input our variable. So right here, we pasted it in. I put in URL, 2 quotes. And then for our capture response, I have output period answer, and we apply it to a new variable called relevance response. That is then sent into a condition block, right? So, well, actually, before we do that, we want to have it a set AI step. So I just said if it's qualified or not qualified, 0 or 1 as well. It's a very simple prompt here. Then that is going to be saved to yes or no variable. The yes or no variable is going into a condition block. So if it contains 0, that means it was not qualified. That's going to go through the not qualified step, which is unfortunately you do not qualify for interview. You can view the analysis as well, telling you why you didn't qualify. And then if it's an else, it's going to be essentially the 1 or anything else other than the 0. So they'd have qualified. And then we have view analysis. And then the view analysis button connects to a text block of just the variable relevance response, which was taken from our output of the API block, output.answer saved to relevance.response. So that variable is just going to be placed into a message block. And then we have the link to whatever interview link. So I'm just going to run it one last time here to run the test. I'm going to use another LinkedIn profile that is not qualified so you can see both sides. We're going to do finance. I have LinkedIn, and I'm going to paste in my business partner Ferris, his URL here. And he should not be qualified because he didn't study finance or did anything with Excel. He's an engineer. So we'll see what it tells us. Unfortunately, you do not qualify for an interview at this time. Okay, let's view our analysis. And then right here, we can see everything. You're not qualified. You have an educational background in aeronautics and astronautics, as well as mechanical engineering, etc. Location, you are in California, so that's good. And then the experience says nothing about Excel, but MATLAB and more engineering stuff. So to qualify, you need all 3 criteria. So that just about wraps up today's video. Thank you so much for watching. If this is something you enjoyed, just leave a like or a comment. I figured I'd make this video to show the Relevance AI connection to Voiceflow and then how simple it can actually be. And to have a solution built like this for you, I find this to be incredibly useful, especially if you're a company doing a lot of interviews weekly, monthly, etc. You can just have an option where they can drop their LinkedIn URL. It'll scrape the whole thing, have AI qualify it off of course, the criteria that you want, and then boom, it'll just say yes or no, and they qualify for the interview. So I hope you find value into this video. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you guys all in the next one.